Now remember, Captain Amarinder Singh has finally cleared the air. He's leaving the Congress, that is categorical, but he's denied joining the BJP. Now in this fast-moving pot boiler, could that also be just a stopgap fact that the former Chief Minister of Punjab has let out? Because there are many things that Amarinder Singh has said in the last 48 hours that have turned out to be just the opposite. He said he's not going to be meeting any politicians. He's done exactly that. He said he's not going to join the BJP. Who knows? Maybe he's going to do it, maybe he won't. He's added that the Congress is going downhill and that senior leaders of the party are being sidelined. The former Punjab Chief Minister claims that he's still mulling his options and has refused to take humiliation and insults from the Gandhis. Earlier in the day, he changed his Twitter account bio and removed the mention of Congress from it. That's the most explicit signal that he has sent out. The captain also met National Security Advisor Ajit Doval at his residence in 5 Janpath. Well, this comes after the captain's meeting with Home Minister Amit Shah on Wednesday, raising crucial national security issues, including border security issues in Punjab. Well, after these marathon meetings, the captain has now reached the Delhi airport. He's on his way shortly back to Chandigarh. And on your screen, you can see in that map that we've made for you, all the travails of Captain Amarinder Singh. After saying that he's got no political meetings, he's staying at the Delhi Oberoi Hotel in the heart of the national capital. From there, he went to Amit Shah's residence. And from there, he went to the National Security Advisor's residence. There was a lot of buzz over whether he would probably meet with the Prime Minister or even with the G23. But after these very high-profile, meaningful meetings with Amit Shah and the NSA, there's still a mystery over what precisely Amarinder Singh's next step is going to be. Kamaljeet Sandhu joins us live from the Punjab Bhavan, where Sidhu is currently meeting with the Chief Minister Channi. And Manjeet Sehgal is live with us as well from Chandigarh. Manjeet, I want to come to you first. Amarinder Singh on his way back to Chandigarh now after some very, very important, symbolic, meaningful meetings. On India Today, we're not fools. We're not rookie reporters. We understand that it cannot have been just farm laws and national security on the agenda for discussions between an ex-Punjab Chief Minister, disgruntled, humiliated, about to quit his party, meeting with the current Home Minister of the country. It could not have been just farm laws. There's obviously something else on the table. What are you hearing, Manjeet?
Yes, indeed, Shiv. Captain Amarinder Singh last week made a statement that he has not hanged his boots yet and his innings are not over. He may be feeling young at the age of 80. So Captain Amarinder Singh keeps his cards close to his chest. What is future course of politics? But still, there is something. The BJP leaders have also been sending feelers to Captain Amarinder Singh, who yesterday met Amit Shah besides other leaders. There are sources telling us that he can also meet other BJP leaders in the days to come. But as far as the politicians, particularly BJP leaders in Punjab, are concerned, that they are waiting for the right moment. When Captain Amarinder Singh joins BJP, only then they will say something. But as far as Captain Amarinder Singh is concerned, he is waiting for the right moment when he will either float his own political outfit or join Bharatiya Janata Party. Sources close to Captain Amarinder Singh also say that he is in touch with some of the former union leaders who also met him a fortnight ago. Some were even seen exchanging seats. So Captain Amarinder Singh, in fact, wants to be a causeway between the farmers and the union government in future. That is why he has discussed the issues related to farmers with Amit Shah and other leaders. So he's, in fact, waiting for the right moment when he joins BJP or forms his own political output. All eyes are on Captain Amarinder.
Very, very interesting. I want to go across to Kamaljeet, who's also been in the thick of this political story right from the word go. Kamal, behind you is the Punjab Bhavan, where there is a different kind of meeting happening between Sidhu and Chief Minister Channi. But I want to ask you specifically about Amarinder, because you've been tracking him also very closely before we come to the matter of Sidhu and the others. What are you hearing, Kamal? The team captain have made it sound like these are routine meetings हम फार्म लॉज के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, नेशनल सिक्योरिटी के बारे में बात कर रहे थे. But you know, obviously there is much more to it. And as Manjeet said, it's a question of timing. Perhaps both sides are waiting for the right moment or the optimum timing to figure out what shape this is going to take.
Shiv, let me tell you, never say never in politics and expect the unexpected when it comes to Punjab Congress. We've seen turns and U-turns, multiple turns. So this has been more of a circus, so to say, and a major embarrassment for the Congress party. Two of its tallest leaders, Navjot Singh Sidhu as well as Captain Amrinder Singh, not just being at loggerheads, but with ousting of Captain Amrinder Singh and his resignation on his own and now quitting the party is a sign that things have not gone down well. Now, if an assessment was to be made and there was a feedback which was taken by the party high command regarding his performance and they found him short, they could have done it in a better way, is a lot of people within the Congress party pointing out. Now, there seems to be several camps and Amrinder Singh camp is still very much alive and kicking. And that is why we see trouble here even in Congress party despite the exit of Captain Amrinder Singh. So he's been playing his cards, and the other part is no matter what he's doing, he's keeping it close to his chest. So no matter what he said outside saying he's not having a political meeting, he went ahead and did all of that.
Exactly.
Pretty contrary to what the Maharaja usually says. He usually carries his heart on the sleeve, and this time around he stumped the media itself. There was a meeting not only with Amit Shah but also with the NSA. The point is what's on the platter from the BJP side and from the captain's side. And since he's nearing 80, one must see that his political fortunes are falling down. He has limited capacity now. Even in the CLP meeting, his own supporters joined the meeting and were very much part of the Channi government. Something which was unexpected. His own close supporters are not there standing with him anymore. So all this has come to a point where it seems that captain is isolated. Many say he's lost the spark. Maybe he's a spent force. But now it's for the captain who is willing to take revenge on Navjot Singh Sidhu and the Congress party, that will he do a harakiri of sorts, one by joining BJP, which doesn't have much of its fortune simply because of the farm bills, or for that matter join any other party. For that matter, there are few takers for him, but even captain on his own part has limited choices, but he is putting up a brave front and trying to show to the world that things are okay, that he has open choices.
And he's firing so many bullets, it's incredible. You know, it's almost one bullet fired every few minutes by Captain Amrinder Singh. Manjeet and Kamal, thank you very much. We'll keep coming back to you. It's a developing story, so there's not going to be much rest for our reporters down there in Chandigarh. All the action was in Delhi a few moments ago. Now it's shifted right back to where Kamal and Manjeet are reporting from. We'll come back to you guys, but just take a look at the latest. Let me just update you on the latest bombshells that Amrinder Singh has dropped by way of a press release. He says, I'm leaving the Congress, but I'm not joining the BJP. Bombshell number 2, the Congress is going downhill. Senior leaders are being sidelined. He's talking about himself and the G23 clearly. Bombshell number 3, he says principles and beliefs do not allow me to stay in the Congress. So he's painting himself as the wronged veteran in the Congress party. Bombshell number 4, he says the Congress leadership, he doesn't say Congress leadership, but he says that they are playing into the hands of anti-India forces through this Punjab turmoil in a border state. And finally, repeating his attacks on Sidhu, he says Sidhu is a theatrical mere crowd puller who simply cannot carry a team. So all those attacks sounding very familiar, some of them repetitive, but clearly Captain Amrinder Singh in the mood to keep the temperatures up as far as his principled indignation against the Gandhis and the Congress party is concerned. Meanwhile, from where Kamal was just reporting from, high drama is unfolding in Punjab. Remember, the Congress is still very much the incumbent government in Punjab. Navjot Singh Sidhu, as we speak, is meeting Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Channi at the Punjab Bhavan. The huddle is being seen as Sidhu's attempt to convey to the Congress High Command that it will have to accommodate his demands if there is any rethink on his resignation. And remember, this comes 24 hours after it looked like the Gandhis were snubbing Sidhu for betraying them with his resignation. Chief Minister Channi, when asked about Sidhu's resignation, had made it clear that the party was supreme. He also confirmed that he had spoken to Sidhu over the phone and said that he has no ego and was open to any dialogue or feedback from the outgoing Punjab Congress chief. It's a bizarre situation, viewer, because Sonia Gandhi and the Gandhi leadership has said, we don't even know where the resignation letter is. Meanwhile, former Punjab Congress chief Sunil Jakar, in a free-for-all, has slammed Sidhu in a tweet saying enough is enough, put an end to attempts to undermine the authority of Chief Minister time and again. Aspersions being cast on selection of bureaucrats is actually questioning the integrity and competence of the Chief Minister. Now, while this entire Punjab potboiler detonates, explodes, simmers at different parts of time, it's also the Congress versus the Congress in India's national capital. The Congress High Command, the headquarters, which was split in two with the Gandhi faction and the G23, the group of 23 rebel leaders led by people like Ghulam Nabi Azad and Kapil Sibal. Well, Kapil Sibal yesterday used the entire atmosphere of tension over Punjab to attack his party bosses, questioning who's leading the party. His statement drew very sharp criticism from his fellow congressmen on the other side, and protests broke out outside Kapil Sibal's home soon after his press conference. Incredible amount of intolerance displayed by the Congress and its youth workers, with them collecting outside Kapil Sibal's residence in an intimidatory show of strength. Now, Anand Sharma has condemned the hooliganism outside Sibal's house and has urged Sonia Gandhi to take action against party workers who attacked her own colleagues' residence.
From the Punjab mess to this.
In our party, at the moment, there is no president. So we don't know who is taking these decisions. We know and yet we don't know. एक बात तो स्पष्ट है, हम जी हजूर 23 नहीं हैं. ये तो बात स्पष्ट है.
Trouble for the Congress party knows no bounds. With senior Congress leader Kapil Sibal openly taunting his own party leadership, matters have escalated very quickly. Within hours of Sibal questioning the decision-making in the party, Delhi Congress workers reached his residence with placards saying, "Get well soon." Furious party cadres threw tomatoes at his house. They also damaged his car. Not just workers, many party leaders came out one by one to express their strong disapproval of Sibal's remarks. Chhattisgarh CM Bhupesh Baghel even took a suit boot jibe without naming the G23 dissenters.
सिब्बल साहब को नहीं मालूम कौन अध्यक्ष हैं? श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी अध्यक्ष हैं पार्टी के, और वही श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी अध्यक्ष हैं पार्टी की जिन्होंने सिब्बल साहब को बार बार पार्लियामेंट पहुंचाने के लिए टिकट दिया. वही सोनिया गांधी अध्यक्ष हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी की जिन्होंने सिब्बल साहब को बार बार मंत्री बनाया. बगैर कांग्रेस के लगातार बैकग्राउंड होने के सीधे सीधे मंत्री बना दिया.
मुझे लगता है कि कपिल सिब्बल जी भ्रमित कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि ये क्लियर है कि कांग्रेस की लीडरशिप सोनिया गांधी जी के पास है. जितने निर्णय हो रहे हैं कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट कर रही हैं. लगातार अपॉइंटमेंट से लेके बाकी प्रक्रियाएं सारी हो रही हैं सोनिया जी के दस्तखत से, उनके निर्देश पे हो रही हैं. तो ये दुर्भाग्य है कि कपिल सिब्बल जी जैसे ज्ञानी व्यक्ति और अनुभवी व्यक्ति और कांग्रेस में सीनियर स्थान रखने वाले व्यक्ति को यही नहीं पता कि कांग्रेस के लीडर विद्यमान हैं.
While Sibal has been vocal in his criticism of party's functioning, another G23 leader, Manish Tiwari, tread cautiously.
In the philosophy of the Congress party, and whosoever leads that party, if they are able to do justice to those core values, I do not think anybody really has a problem with that. Let's not, try and dumb it down to individuals. I think the battle for the idea of India is far greater than any individual or any set of individuals. It is a collective effort. It has to be a collective effort, and you require all progressive and nationalistic forces on both.
To add fuel to the fire, a defiant G23 has stuck to its guns. Senior leader Anand Sharma slammed hooliganism outside Sibbal's house, urging Sonia Gandhi to take action. Senior party leader Ghulam Nabi Azad too joined the chorus. He even asked Sonia to call urgent CWC meet over current situation in Congress. Can Gandhis stem the rot? With Abhishek Anand and Mausami Singh in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
And the problem is, it isn't just confined to Punjab. The Congress is battling similar infighting, embarrassing public infighting over the Chief Minister's post in other states in which it is in power, including Rajasthan, as is well known, and also Chhattisgarh now. In Rajasthan, Team Gehlot and Sachin Pilot's camp have been at loggerheads for as far as anyone can remember. A similar situation is now becoming emergency level in Chhattisgarh, where Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel is fighting off an increasingly aggressive Minister T.S. Singhdeo. Here's an insight into the Congress implosion in 3 states.
Out of 31 states, Congress has its chief ministers only in 3, all jostling for a leadership change. The party is fighting a fire that's threatening to burn down its fortresses. The war of the Sardars in Punjab was being fought since the Congress won, and Captain Amrinder Singh was sworn in for the 2nd time as the chief minister. Sidhu, who's just switched parties, pricked the captain on every chance he got.
अरे मेरे कैप्टन राहुल गांधी हैं, उन्होंने तो भेजा है हर जगह. क्या बात कर रहे हो यार? कौन से कैप्टन की बात कर रहे हो यार? हाँ, ओ कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी की, वो तो आर्मी के कैप्टन है भाई. मेरा कैप्टन राहुल गांधी साहब है.
Amrinder Singh too did not pull any punches in calling out Sidhu for attending Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's swearing in and embracing Pakistan Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa.
He is an anti-national element. I will not allow him. He is too mixed up with Pakistan. Till our Indian soldiers are being killed and he's hugging that damn Bajwa fellow or Imran Khan. It is a matter of national security, and national security for me comes first.
While managing to dethrone Amrinder and inflict a humiliating ouster, Sidhu himself had to quit after a bitter tussle with the new Chief Minister Channi over cabinet berths and top officials. And in more ominous signs for the Congress, as sulking Amrinder is hobnobbing with the BJP. In Rajasthan, it's an old case of a young Turk taking aim at the old guard. Sachin Pilot was the Deputy Chief Minister when the Congress wrested power from the BJP in 2018. As Chief Minister, Ashok Gehlot consolidated his position and thwarted all possible challenges from Pilot, who's considered close to Rahul Gandhi. Pilot rebelled last year, claiming the support of over 24 MLAs. The revolt came close on the heels of a similar rebellion by Jyotiraditya Scindia in Madhya Pradesh, where old guard Kamal Nath lost the Chief Minister's seat. After a brief truce, Sachin Pilot and his loyalists continued to be at the margins in Rajasthan. Pilot recently held a show of strength in Gehlot's constituency of Jodhpur, setting the stage for another showdown. The Chhattisgarh crisis sprang after an apparent assurance to the State Health Minister T.S. Deo from Rahul Gandhi about a rotation of the Chief Minister in 2018. As Baghel's term reached midway, Deo demanded that the promise made to him be fulfilled. After hectic visits to the capital and closed-door meetings with the High Command, Baghel has managed to resist the attempt to unseat him as CM for now.
राहुल जी से मैंने आग्रह किया कि आप छत्तीसगढ़ आएं और उन्हें शहर स्वीकार किया. अगले सप्ताह वो आएंगे.
A dozen Baghel loyalist MLAs landed in Delhi on Wednesday to lobby the High Command against any change of guard in Chhattisgarh.
मुख्यमंत्री कहीं बदलने का तो दूर दूर तक तो कोई बात है ही नहीं. सारे हाई कमान भी संतुष्ट है, सारे विधायक संतुष्ट है, पूरी छत्तीसगढ़ की जनता संतुष्ट है. किसी एक व्यक्ति को खुश करने के लिए पूरी सरकार को लड़खड़ाया नहीं जा सकता, अस्थिर नहीं किया जा सकता. इसलिए हम लोग पूरी तरह संतुष्ट है. बहुत अच्छा काम चल रहा है और राहुल जी के आशीर्वाद से हम लोग अच्छे काम करेंगे.
दोस्तों के साथ जा सकते हैं, आप लोग भी मित्रों के साथ घूमते हैं, पत्रकार लोग. इसका मतलब वहाँ खबर हर समय खबर मिलती है क्या? तो ऐसे ही कोई व्यक्ति यदि चला गया है तो उसे राजनीतिक चश्मे से नहीं देखना चाहिए. पुनिया जी हैं क्या दिल्ली में? जब पुनिया जी दिल्ली में नहीं है तो दिल्ली में उससे मुलाकात कैसे होगी? तो इसलिए इस पर राजनीतिक चश्मे से नहीं देखना चाहिए.
3 states, all imploding with dissent in the ranks. All eyes now are on the Congress leadership. Bureau Report, India Today.